agenda is building project update.
All right. Good evening, Dr. Coleman, board members. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Yeah, it's not raining.
Good. I know, I'm sorry. We didn't think this quite through.
We're good.
All right, we'll start with cosmetology. This is that side door and the extension of the addition that we have built. All brick is on the building. Sorry, I don't have too many good pictures. This is going to move very quickly for me this week. Final paint was finished today, this afternoon. Prior to me getting my pictures, this little area right here is the new teacher's office. We have, again, final paint finished. Flooring is coming tomorrow. The last HVAC unit was put in today. And then, let's see here, that's just kind of an angle sitting within the existing classroom, moving in. So all that flooring will be fixed tomorrow. And we are pretty much done with the construction part at that point. Tomorrow we did have our third, this is the dispensary room, I'm sorry. Got to finish up a few plumbing things in there tomorrow and Thursday, but other than that, we're all good. Got the units lined up for, this is more, sorry, I'm sure the other name. Wallace. It's Wallace. So we're just get everything final clean this week. Third party inspection was scheduled for tomorrow, but I understand from Audrey that their final OSF inspection is here tomorrow. So I'm not going to try to kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to push mine until Thursday. So, but either way, we should be good. We don't expect any further discrepancies. Our list was actually cleared yesterday. So just got to do a couple testing devices with third party, and then we will be able to get scheduled with OSFM to get his blessing and then submit everything to OSF. So I'm hoping within the next couple weeks. Construction will be done by Friday, Monday at the latest with a little bit of site work. And then, like I said, it's OSFM, I just need to see what their schedule is like, but I would say within the next couple weeks we should be good to go. A couple other things that I don't have photos on. The exterior sign out at Hollywood on the back part of the building has been ordered. We are about 5 weeks out on that, and then giving another 2 weeks for installation. So I'd probably say by the end of May, first week of June, we should be good with that. Also starting the first week of June is going to be the track replacement over at Saluda High School. We worked through all that with the subcontractor. They could not get started until that time, but I think we're fine then, and that would probably be better with students being out of school. Also at Saluda High School, athletics area and a little bit of work in the atrium and gym is a lot of painting. Repainting some areas that really needed a fresh coat, so we're got that lined up. It's going to start after school's out the 23rd, is that correct? 23rd. So sometime that week after that, we'll get the painter in and get that one started. Any questions? I can certainly give, and I will give Dr. Livingston an update Friday. Hopefully we can get this third party cleared, and then we'll be up to the state after that. So I'll keep everybody updated.
Any questions?
Any questions?
Great.
Thank you.
Excited.
Okay. That playground area, though.
It makes our song look a little sad. So for the phase 2 of the elementary school, sorry, I'm speaking behind you here. We are officially done with all of our construction. We've got our deficiency list and our third party signed off. We still do have some punch lists and some work going on to some tidbits here and there that we can work on that aren't fire life safety or ANSI related. So we still have a few items that we're working through into next week, but otherwise we have our paperwork submitted to the state. They've approved everything, so they are going to be out here, OSF and OSF, both tomorrow afternoon, hopefully signing us off and giving us our certificate of occupancy for phase 2, which is the area 5 wing there. So obviously we've got all of our sod in, the playgrounds are in, the turf is in. We have a little bit of sweeping to do throughout the parking lots and some final cleanup and touch up. But otherwise, we're getting ready to turn this building over to Dr. DeLoach and all the students and the teachers, and I'm sure they're very excited about it.
Kind of getting a little bit of butterflies, but I'm not getting excited, okay? I'm
Been
done
out
with
here for 3 years,
I'm
so.
done with that. Tomorrow afternoon, if you tell me it's clear, then I'll get excited.
Yeah. But just some pictures of the space we're showing off. Some of the playground and turf here, but the classrooms. They did a great job. Yeah, it looks phenomenal. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of trees and a lot of rain.
We've been really fighting the sprinklers and the water, but we've got a good routine going now. But the classrooms look great too, with all the furniture and everything. So this is where we're at. We're chomping at the bit to get students and teachers in there. The space looks really neat. So, any questions about Area 5? I guess
Area 5.
Area 5.
Not
No.
And we are this summer working with the staff and Jenny. We're going to still looking at our options on how we can address this area of Alabama. So we're working through those. That'll be a summer project, kind of as the kids are out.
No. I was proud of the swings. I used to have swings here, and they have to have swings in. So it was nice to see some swings.
And that was Dr. Deloach and Dr. Livingston, so they get credit for the playground and the turf, so happy to work with them on that, making that happen.
Any questions, Rob? As far as how we had a swing or something.
They sent us a large manual on upkeep and warranty on how to upkeep. So yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's our annual.
They usually are large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it looks like Odell Weeks to me over there in April. It's a nice park.
Any questions? It does look good. Y'all get a chance to walk on by.
And Dr. Coleman, I did have one more item I failed to mention. At Hollywood, I know some of you, if not all of you, were aware there was some drainage issue by the gym. That has been corrected, and it is fully operational now. So that is all taken care of. It did rain. I made sure, and they actually flooded it with water. I made them bring a hose out, and I was like, "You put water on this thing, I want to see it. I want to see it run." So they did. So we are looking good.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Absolutely.
For being here and for-
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
That's what George did.
Absolutely.
Any other
Very
questions,
grateful.
comments?
Yes.
2 weeks after that.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is the Blue Elementary School update. Thanks. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
All right, so I have just provided a few spotlights of things that are going on at the elementary school. First, we are super excited to get in the rest of this building. Our 4K kindergarten teachers are chomping at the bit. But inspection was scheduled for last week. It got postponed to this week. So I was like, I don't know when inspection is. So when we get that nice little letter signed, I'll say, we passed! Instead of getting hopes up after hopes up after hopes up. Because tomorrow is our 1-year anniversary of moving into this building.
Wow.
So it has flown by. Like, it doesn't feel like it's been a year, but it has flown by and we've enjoyed every minute of it. So some spotlights of what we've got going on. On Friday of this week, we are taking approximately 300 students, about 36% of the school, to Big Air for them completing all 6 months of their reading log. So that's a lot of students to not miss a single reading log. And Ms. Altman and Ms. Miller-Reichert are very sticklers for accountability teaching the students, so they have to have it turned in on that day. Late reading logs are not accepted. So 36% of the school met those deadlines, met all 6 months, so we are excited for them to go celebrate their accomplishments for the school year. On May 15th, we will have our PBIS celebration, which gives us an opportunity, and we do per semester. So for the second semester of kids that have received no referrals for the year, they get a big water day celebration. So we'll bring in 5 or 6 water slides, and they get a chance to have fun with their peers for not earning any referrals for this year. And to date, from January, we've only had 50 students receive referrals. So 94% of the kids are going to be attending that day as of right now. And at our principals meeting this week, I learned that there's only 4 more Mondays in the school year. So we're going to have a lot of students be able to participate in that, and that's super exciting for us. On May 1st, we will have Kindergarten 101 for our rising kindergarten students. We have 33 new registered that didn't attend 4K here, and 65 4K students. So we'll have about 100 coming in for Kindergarten 101. And during that time, the parents will learn about kindergarten. So many parents don't know what kindergarten is. So they get to learn what a day in the life of a kindergarten student looks like. The students will go with half of the teachers. They'll participate in a lesson. And then we'll bring everybody back together. They're going to get to experience the playground, experience what it's like to go on a bus. So the parents and kids will get to go on there together. And then they get to go to lunch and get a tray and practice opening milk and their ketchup and all that, because that is a big adjustment when they start school. John can attest to that. So that is always a fun day for our families. And I think families that it's your second or third kindergarten, or families that it's your first kindergarten, that's a special time for them. So we try to make it super important. Instructionally, our big focus currently is our end of the year push for making sure that we have met grade level standards for where we are. So at the beginning of March, all grade levels worked together to create an assessment that tested all their standards. We administered that assessment, K-5. The teachers identified standards to make sure we were covering everything. Then the students took the assessment. We analyzed the assessment, so the teachers took and they cut apart strips with students' names, where their strengths were, where their weaknesses were. We separated those and created instructional groups by needs. And then from there, we planned lessons with our high-quality instructional materials and a South Carolina Performance Coach book, as well as released items from the State Department. And the teachers have been working really hard to plan lessons that are targeted to the students' needs. And they started that right after spring break. So they'll get 4 weeks of targeted instruction where they are on standards that they weren't quite there yet to get them to that SC Ready push. With that, as a leadership team, we created a SC Ready walkthrough form so we could get quick data on where they are, and we're using that each week in our PLC to tweak, make changes, so that we are getting as many gaps closed as we can before the end of the school year. Also for SC Ready, we have done peer buddies all year long. Peer buddies are a primary class meets with an elementary school class. They read together, they practice math problems. They do, at Valentine's Day, they created Valentine's. It's just a way to build that community across the school. So our peer buddy classes, our K1 and 2 classes, are making testing encouragement cards and banners to be placed on their peer buddy's desk when they start SC Ready testing. So every kid will have on their desk a card of encouragement for the day they start testing, just for them to like, you got this, you can do it. So that is something special that we have going on. And then one thing we are working on really hard, because we just heard that we are coming to a close of being in 2 buildings, at Floyd Primary, at Floyd Elementary. We are working really hard with our state instructional coach to make sure that all the systems at Saluda Elementary are Saluda Elementary systems. So we're going through and writing what our system was, what tweaks we need to make to our system, and what it needs to be, so that moving forward as a one Saluda Elementary, the systems are ours. So that is a big thing we're working on. We started that about a month ago. We've gone through all the systems and marked out, we're targeting this in April and this in May, and this is the summer system. But hopefully by the beginning of the school year, we'll have all those systems laid out so that we are cohesively moving forward. Okay. Any questions?
That's a big job.
It is.
Yeah, that's a big.
We're gonna get it. You know, I didn't realize how many systems there were until I went to typing out all the systems.
How many pages? 4?
3 pages of
Single,
systems with all the
yeah.
all the bullets. Yes, so I'm excited about that task though, because there's been a lot that we've been doing, but now we're gonna make it cohesive and be ready to move forward.
Do you feel the incentives have helped the kids not want to get referrals or stay away from getting in trouble so much?
I think it helps those middle tier kids, your tier 2 kids that can be easily swayed either way. If there's an incentive, I'm gonna think about that incentive. Now you've got your little 5% that you can incentivize all day long, but we gotta get mentors and we gotta get a lot of other stuff in. But it helps those kids that walk that line in the middle, and a lot of them will be like, you know, they've got referrals for 3 years, and then this 4th year, they're like, I haven't got any referrals this year, I'm gonna get to come. So it really helps those middle tier kids.
So that's a huge percentage.
It is. We have really good kids.
Yeah.
We do have really good kids.
Awesome.
Questions or comments for Dr. DeLoach? Thank you for all you're doing.
Thank
I know we're excited.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll have a street dance after she gets back.
I know.
You said street, not street.
Streets, out front.
Exciting time. Next, on the agenda is executive session. Executive session discuss teacher contracts, administrative contracts, memorandum of agreements, and personnel matter. Is there a motion to go into executive session? Motion by Ms. Nichols, second by Mr. Etheridge. All those in favor signify by raising your hand. Vote is unanimous. We'll call the Saluda School District 1 Board of Trustees meeting to order. It's April the 21st, and we are meeting at Saluda Elementary. The meeting has been announced and appropriately advertised according to the requirements of the Freedom of Information Act. Public meetings, we are live streaming tonight. Quorum is present, so the board can legally take action. Mr. Etheridge, would you have our invocation, please, sir?
Yes, I will. Let's pray. Father God, Lord, we thank you for another day of life. Thank you for another day that we are able to make good, sound decisions for our faculty, staff, and babies. Lord, we just ask that you guide us, protect us, and keep us. And Lord, continue to allow us to make the best possible decisions for you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Etheridge. Next on the agenda, just let me say I apologize for the glitch we had in posting the agenda for the meeting at the appropriate time, so we certainly want to comply, and so we move the meeting, so thank you all for being here tonight. Next on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Dr. Livingston?
No changes, Dr. Coleman.
You have the agenda before you. Is there a motion to approve the agenda? Motion. Motion by Ms. Nichols.
Second.
Second by Dr. Puryear. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your hand. That's unanimous. Thank you. Next on the agenda is the consent agenda. The approval of the minutes from the March 16th, 2025 meeting. You received a copy of the minutes in your packet. Are there any additions or deletions? Motion to approve. Motion by Ms. Nichols to approve the minutes from the March 16th meeting. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Yance. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your hand. Vote unanimous. Thank you. Next on the agenda is new business. First is overnight field trip. Dr. Livingston.
Yes, Dr. Carney, the board, and, first field trip in your packet, have our annual, FFA State Convention in Greenville, June 16th, and return on June 18th. And we also have, our, National HOSA Leadership Conference. Actually have Ms. Hallman with us. I believe some of the young ladies that'll be attending as well, and very honored to have three ladies that will be able to compete on the national level in Indianapolis, and that is June 17th through June 21st.
Sounds good. Do you want to introduce yourselves? Thank you for being here.
Okay, my name is Amy. It is for our, my name is Ashley. All right, we have been part of HOSA for 3 years now. It's a super big opportunity to go to ILC. It's international. People all over the world go. So it's such a huge opportunity, and we are grateful to be here.
Okay, so I have a question.
I think
States on the field trip compete in public service announcement, and of course, I am healthcare, I'm an administrator, so I'm going to ask you, what does that consist of?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Tell me how you're competing, what you have to do. And it says compete in public service announcement.
Okay, yeah, so this past trip that we just went on, we had to create a video of PSA on Alzheimer's disease, and we basically had it was us three and somebody else. He was a fourth exchange student, and we all had to create a video spreading awareness on Alzheimer's disease, and we competed against schools all over South Carolina. It was just a 30-second video. We publicized it on TikTok, our social media. We also shared it school-wide. So, yeah.
A little more difficult question. What was the criteria you had to meet?
It had to be 30 seconds. We had to talk about some of the causes of Alzheimer's disease, ways to prevent it.
And they, great job, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And I'm talking to Ashley San Miguel, now that I see her. So I'm proud of that.
Great job.
Awesome.
Any questions on the field trip application? We'll do them separate. So is there a motion to approve the FFA field trip?
So,
Motion by Ms. Holloway, second by Ms. Nichols. Any further discussion? Oh, sorry, not per year. I'm trying to turn on my hearing aid. A little bit. Any further discussion? All those in favor, signify by raising your
Chair.
hand.
I think we need to recognize Maria, of our
We
staff,
will.
that's going with me.
Absolutely.
So,
Yes.
Yes.
I volunteered to go with the girls on the field trip.
Oh, great.
I'm a chaperone. I'm an employee over at Saluda Middle School. So I've been in contact with Ms. Hallman, and I volunteered to go.
Well, thank you so much for that.
What a great opportunity.
Very excited. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. Let's vote first on the FFA field trip. Let's vote on that first. All those in favor, signify by raising your hand. It's unanimous. Next is the HOSA field trip, Indianapolis. I've been in Indianapolis. It's gonna be a great trip. Indiana to represent the entire state. We're really proud of it. The motion by Ms. Yance to approve the field trip, second by Mr. Etheridge. Any further discussion or comments? Thank you again for coming, Jim. All those in favor, signify by raising your hand. Vote unanimous. Thank you. Make us proud. We know you will. Thank you very much. We know you will. We look forward to to hearing all about it when you get back.
Thank you.
Let us see your public service national championship.
All right.
Yes.
Thanks, Ms. Allen. Thank you, Ms. Allen.
Thank y'all.
Next on the agenda are the public comments for the proposed 26-27 general fund budget, which we are required to advertise and post.
We did not have anybody sign up for public comment, but Dr. Conley and the board, if you would allow me, just, of course, we had our first reading of our budget last month. County council took a first reading of our budget the other week. As you know, we have to start the process a month early since the board does not have fiscal autonomy. Most school boards are just having first reading this month. So of course, our first budget is based on preliminary numbers out of the House budget. The Senate took up floor debate today on the state budget. Debate started today. Could end this week, could end next week, and just as a reminder, once the Senate finalizes their budget, then they'll send those numbers to the Department of Education, and then the Finance Department in Columbia for the Department of Education, then they will break down district by district what our allocation is. So as soon as the Senate finalizes, debate, and approves the budget, we are working on second draft now, but I did delay bringing second draft tonight because we don't have any new information. So we'll probably need to have a special call meeting within the next 2 weeks so we can have our second reading of our budget to comply with the timeline to be able to get on county council's agenda so they can approve our second reading. So I will keep you posted as the budget debate continues in Columbia in the Senate chambers.
Any questions? 26-27 budget. Next on the agenda is approval of any items from executive session. Again, while we're in executive session, it's the teacher contracts, administrative contracts, and agreements and personnel matter. Dr. Puryear.
Yes, ma'am, I have two motions, so I'll read the first one. I make a motion, we accept the superintendent's recommendation for 3 teacher contracts and 16 retired teachers to return to work for the 26-27 school year.
Motion by Dr. Puryear.
Second.
Second by Ms. Shantz. All those in favor, signify by raising your hand. That's unanimous. Thank you.
I have another.
All right.
I would like to make a motion that we accept the superintendent's recommendation for 14 administrator contracts for the 2026-27 school year.
Motion by Dr. Puryear.
Second.
Second by Ms. Holloway. Any further discussion? All those in favor, signify by raising your hand. That's unanimous. Thank you. All right. Next on the agenda is superintendent's report, budget update.
Mr. Adams?
Mr. Adams, thank you for being here.
Absolutely. I'm just going to read through my cover page briefly. If you got any questions along the way, just stop me. I'm going to read the annual budget actual as of March 31st, 2026. We received approximately $6.6 million in local revenue to date, which is about 96% of our total budget, and $15.4 million in state revenue, which is about 71% of our total budget. $22 million overall, which is about 77% of the budget. So we're looking pretty good on revenue, I think, as to where we stand right now in the school year. We'll do the expenditures, including our encumbrances or open POs. We spent about $19.1 million, or 67% of our total budget. We'll go down to the list. Salaries and benefits. Salaries are $11.1 million, or 68%, and benefits are $5.4 million, or 65% of our total budget. Utilities are $528,000, or 81% of our budget. Repairs and maintenance, $195,000, or 100% of our budget. this number we've been talking about, it hadn't increased much since last month, so keep our fingers crossed. And communication, ma'am? Communication is almost 49,000 or 55% of our budget. Purchase services, 1.6 million or 71% of our total budget. Supplies, 791,000, 82% of our budget. Insurance, 187,000 or 69% of our budget. Other expenditures are 237,000 or 63% of our budget. We hadn't had any purchases that were just notable or out of the ordinary. We kind of easing along. Any questions?
Dr. Anderson, I know you did this updated, but Tyler, we are within budget on all of our building and construction as well.
Yes, ma'am. I'm actually doing an update on that. I'm hoping to get that to Dr. Webb tomorrow. I've been trying to do it about once a month to get a good, real update, so I hope to have a good number for him as to how we're running. But as of right now, we're looking pretty good. We're still expected to receive some money from the state, but we won't be able to get that money until we get our certificate of occupancy for this building. So we might have to spend a little bit of our operating money to float us until we get that money, but overall, I do not see us going over what we were allotted overall.
We've been in close contact. Of course, Tyler's been running the monthly updates. MBCon does a monthly forecast. Mr. Jimmy Kapusman actually meeting tomorrow to discuss some forecasting. But overall, the project is still running in the positive, and hence some of the additional items that we've been able to work that we've been able to do for our students. And again, a lot of that goes to the hard work of our principals being in all the meetings, Mr. Brandon Warren being in all the meetings, Joseph being in our meetings, and any work that can be done in-house has been done in-house, and we've taken those cost savings again to be able to do what we put back to improve the lives of our students. So we're still trending in the positive.
Thank you for answering all my questions. I appreciate that.
Anything else?
Not tonight.
Any other questions for Tyler? Thank you.
Thanks,
Appreciate that. Good report.
Thanks, Tyler.
Our next on the agenda is district update.
Just a couple things, Dr. Colby, the board, and I believe somebody may have referenced it earlier. We're hard to believe there's only 4 more Mondays left in this school year. Our students and teachers and students are working hard for the final push as they prepare for state testing. Very excited just to see kind of how our students finish up this year. As a reminder, our graduation is Saturday, May 23rd at the stadium, starting at 9 o'clock. We'll definitely get more details to the board about parking and those as well. Obviously, a ton of events begin to go on, end-of-year events. Ms. Wynn always does a very good job of keeping the board updated. So she will keep your text and email box filled over the next several weeks. Do want to give a special thanks. We had prom last Saturday, and of course, I've thought about Dr. Etheridge throughout the week, as former high school principal. Next to graduation, that is probably one of the 2 nights that high school principals do not sleep. They had a wonderful graduation. They had a wonderful prom, got everybody safe. But the Thursday before prom, I want to give a special thanks to the Saluda County EMS, South Carolina Highway Patrol, the Sheriff's Department, and the Coroner's Office for taking part in our annual Prom Promise presentation. And a special thanks, the Colonel of the Highway Patrol, Colonel Chris Williamson, came down and shared a heartfelt personal message detailing his experience of losing his younger sister to a drunk driver when he was 12 years old. In total, we had 19 law enforcement and EMS personnel that participated in this year's Prom Promise. So it works. Their message works. Again, we had another successful prom. So, I just really want to take a second to point at 19 law enforcement and from coroners to EMTs to troopers to the sheriff's office. They were there. 19 individuals took their time out of their schedules to be there to talk to our students. So that just needs a little extra notice. So definitely appreciate their efforts. And the colonel himself came down. That speaks volumes. Our third annual fishing rodeo for our students with special needs will take place Friday, May 1st. Just as a reminder, this is a partnership with DNR and the Sheriff's Office and a lot of our local churches in which we take our students and they have an opportunity to go out and enjoy a day of fishing. So if you want to join us, Ms. Wynn can definitely get you some details, but that's been one of our better events. So it's Friday, May 1st, if you are interested.
Where do they take off from?
Where they take off from?
Take up the little pond or-
They do. There's a pond going down 96. It's a beautiful,
Start for it.
beautiful spot. Every student has an individual chaperone. They are taken care of. I mean, we'll make the hook for them if they need to, take the fish off for them, but it's really a great opportunity for our kids. And just shows, again, our partnerships with our law enforcement and a lot of our local churches. And kind of finally, spring sports is finishing up. Softball is actually playing Strong Thurman kind of as we speak. We're finishing up region play, and we're looking forward to playoffs starting in about 3 weeks. And we look to go deep in the playoffs in all of our sports.
What's the score, you know?
It's the baseball.
Softball team.
Baseball.
Both of them on
Is baseball here or baseball?
Baseball's on the road. They're talking about it.
Yeah.
Softball's here.
That was really nice invitation for the graduation ceremony for adult education. Everybody put that on the calendar as well. And I know we'll be getting invitations to hang out around today for the FFA banquet and all that, so a lot going on. Any questions for Dr. Livings?
You said state testing. Did you say what the dates were?
State testing pretty much begins the first full week of May. From SC Ready to SC Pass to EOCs to, I can't even keep up with all the assessments that AP exams. So just pretty much the first full week in May, we're testing every day.
Any other questions, comments? Well, thank you very much. We will let you know as soon as hopefully we'll hear something on the budget and we'll schedule a next meeting. Mr. Etheridge?
Yes, there are no other issues or topics we need to discuss. I'd like to make a motion to close out our April school board.
Motion by Mr. Etheridge, second by Ms. Yance. Any further discussion? All those in favor, signify by raising your hand. That's unanimous. Now, Jared, thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank y'all for coming.